Thank you for tuning in to watch Ingrid's World. This episode is a smorgasbord of interesting things I'd like to share with you. We will speak to the developer of the new Mosaic Center right here in Fairfax County, Virginia. We will even talk to our favorite sports analyst. We will power up with a fitness director, and our last guest will invite us to a health and wellness summit. So get ready to have some fun. Welcome to the show, Tom Kyler. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
Well, you are from your company?
I'm from Edens. We're a retail development company all over the East Coast, but we've been in the DC market for about the last decade.
Excellent. And you have a new project going on right now?
Yes, we do. We have a new project, Mosaic, that it's new in the fact that it's just opening, but we've actually been working on it for about the last 7 years.
Wow. Wow.
And it's located at the intersection of Lee Highway and Gallows Road in Merrifield, about a half-mile south of the Dunloring Metro stop.
And so what are some of the features there at Mosaic?
Well, it's overall, it's really an urban revitalization project. So we're bringing a mix of uses from retail to office, hotel, residential, all to one area that used to be an old movie theater.
Oh my goodness. Was that like the old drive?
It used to be a drive-in back in the 50s.
Oh my gosh, I heard about that.
So it used to be a drive-in, and then in the 80s, it became a multiplex movie theater.
Okay.
And then it became a little bit run down, which hopefully we're changing that perception now of what Merrifield is now compared to what it used to be.
Well, I've been over there, and I've been over to the grocery store.
Mom's Organic Market.
Oh my goodness, I was like amazed. Okay. And that was really very interesting. And what are some of the features? Because I felt particularly, I go there, late, I will leave sometimes the studio and go straight over there after class. Mm-hmm. But I felt pretty safe there. Why? How is that?
There's a couple things. So we spent a good amount of time at Mosaic. First, we put together a vision for the project, which we really wanted to work on a couple things. One, we wanted to feel comfortable, so I'm glad that you felt safe while you were there, but at the same time give a sense of discovery, so every time you're there, you find something new there that keeps you coming back.
Oh my goodness, that's on purpose.
Yes, and it's fun to talk to you because it's designed for women. Women make 80% of the retail shopping decisions, so my business is all about women and where they choose to spend their time. So Mosaic's meant to be not just a great shopping place, but a great gathering place. So it's somewhere you come to go grocery shopping. It's somewhere where you come with your girlfriends to go shopping on District Avenue, which has great retail stores. It's somewhere where you come back with your husband or boyfriend to go to the movies at Angelica Film Center. And then you come back, there's also a Target there, so you come back for your Target trip on a Saturday as well.
I love that because when I looked at the wonderful stores I was shopping, and then I looked up and I said, Target, hey, I can do some high-end and do some things, some other things too.
So we spent a lot of time on the retail piece, hand selecting the retailers there to make it feel really unique. And so the Target's there, which drives a lot of traffic to the site, but you might notice that it's up on the 4th floor.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And so we brought it up so that we could bring some great small local retailers to the street.
Nice.
Like Ginger or Dawn Price Baby, which is a great baby store, Amethyst, which is a little jewelry store that you have to check out the next time you're there. That really make Mosaic special, make it different from other retail projects where it became, you could almost predict the retailers that were going to be there.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because I noticed when I was there, it was like different. I love also the restaurants. I looked at that and I was like, oh my goodness, it's like a wonderful eat fest there.
Yes, and the restaurants are actually still opening now, so please come back and keep checking it out because we have, so far we have Sweet Green, LPQ, Taylor Gourmet is opening actually this week, and then Matchbox, Cyclone and Naya, and RJ Cooper will be opening his restaurant there, which is a James Beard Award-winning chef. So we have a lot lot of great food offerings that are coming.
Beard. Oh my goodness! Yes. So you really, that's fantastic. And then Angelica, what's that modeled after, that theater?
So the Angelica Film Center that's a retailer. It's their first location in the DC market. They are up in New York, so they're in Soho, where they do the Tribeca Film Festival.
I was wondering,
so you might know them from
that's
that.
what I know it from. I'm a New Yorker, so.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
so then you definitely know them.
Oh,
So we brought them down to DC because they are the premier art house movie theater in the country. And so they're really focused on foreign films, art movies, really for the film enthusiasts. But what's special about the Mosaic Angelica is that they can also run mainstream films. So you can go there and catch the new James Bond movie or go and see something that's subtitled. But at the same time, you can get beer, you can get wine, and then they had Leanne Wong, who's a celebrity chef, do their food menu. So there's a lot of food options there that aren't kind of the standard movie theater choices.
Okay, so it sounds like a great date night place.
Yes, it is, definitely.
That sounds good. Well, how can we get more information about Mosaic?
MosaicDistrict.com.
Okay.
And then we're also very heavy with social media. So you'll see us on Facebook a ton. So make sure you friend us after the show.
Okay.
And then we're on Twitter all the time too. So we're out
So
there.
you send out tweets?
Yes, we're big on tweeting.
So what was the tweet for today?
Well, I think we know what it's going to be about today, right?
Watch the show.
That's right.
I like that. Well, it's really a pleasure to see how it just really has just grown. And I had to thank you, Tom, for coming on the show and talking about
Oh, thank you so
Mosaic.
much. And we look forward to seeing you over there soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show, Jane Nash. It's a pleasure having you on.
Well, thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, Jane, where are you from?
I've lived in Northern Virginia for the past 40 years, so I'm a native. I live in Loudoun County.
Excellent,
in Sterling.
excellent. And your email address I talked to is fitness director, and you're a fitness director?
I'm the fitness director for Leisure World of Virginia, and we're located in Lansdowne, Virginia. We're about 15 minutes from DC, maybe 20 minutes from DC. But I've been working there for full-time for almost 2 years. And we are a wonderful facility. We are an active, adult, independent living community of over 1,500 residents.
Wow,
so it's a pretty big community.
Wow. How did you get involved in fitness?
I have always enjoyed exercise, and I've always seen the benefit and felt the benefit of exercise. I've also seen changes in people. So I was always wondering, you know, what are they doing? And I always enjoyed different types of activities, strength training. I used to belong to a gym, and I would just go and lift weights. And then I got involved in taking group exercise, and I really love that. So I think it's important that somebody just finds what they really enjoy, and then they're going to be consistent with it.
So that's the trick. Finding the consistency and then something that you really enjoy.
That you love to do, absolutely.
So what do you do to stay in shape?
To stay in shape, well, I teach a lot of classes every week. So I teach low impact. I also teach strength, muscle endurance. I love to teach step aerobics. So I've been teaching step for a while now. And I teach a variety of different, in my home I've got a little gym, so I do stability ball, I have a BOSU, I do medicine ball, body bar. I try to have a lot of good variety in my training.
Oh
yes,
my goodness.
absolutely.
So, okay, it sounds like you just don't just have one piece of equipment, but you have a lot of, why is that?
I do, because I think that way I don't get bored, and it gives me something new to either a new challenge or a new activity. So, and I try to always, I go to a lot of conferences. There's a lot of exercise professional conferences that you can go to.
Okay.
And so there's a couple coming up this spring. I'll be going to one, and always in the summer there's another one. The DCAC Fitness Conference is in August, and then there's another one with the IDEA Personal Training Conference that's coming up in March. In February, excuse me. So I'll be attending that. And with that, there's so many classes that you can take to learn something new. And exercise really is a science. So there's always new programming, and you know, there's so many things, options for people to learn. And we can do it better, we can do it safer, we can do it smarter, and reap still great benefits and stay healthy. And one of my objectives with working at Leisure World is that I get to work with a variety of different people and all of the different age groups. And so not all one fits everybody. We have to really find out what they enjoy and if it's safe and go from there.
Wow. So for instance, if I'm starting my fitness program, what would be your first recommendation to me?
For you, and for anybody, I always take a medical history, a health history. I think that is so important. Okay. And then I'll review health history. And if I feel that if you need to have a physical, or perhaps you need to get a clearance from your doctor to make sure that it's okay for you to begin an exercise program. So I would actually start from there. Review medical history, get medical clearance, and then talk with you. It's so important to take in information. So I would talk with you about what you enjoy, any limitations. Maybe you have an injury, a prior injury, or you have a knee injury or hip or lower back, shoulder, whatever. We have to take into consideration all of that to make sure that we can design something a program that you're going to be successful at.
Yeah, and I think that's really the key. Well, I'm excited because you're going to be showing us some exercises.
Yeah, it's some simple low impact moves. Like I do teach low impact in my classes. They can be anywhere about 20. The low impact portion for my class at that facility at Leisure World is about 30 minutes for low impact and about 30 minutes for strength and stretching. Wow. So we have all the components. We've got cardiovascular work, we've got muscle strength, and we've got the flexibility component, which is also so key and so important to utilize, to do all of those components in your programming.
Well, Jane, it's a pleasure having you here, and I'm excited for you to show us all the great exercises.
Yes.
You're an inspiration. So
thank you so much for having me.
So I'm inspired now to start working out myself.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jane Nash, and today I'm going to demonstrate some simple low-impact movements as well as a couple of strength patterns using resistance tubing. It's easy to start a fitness program. Some basic movements would be just a simple march, and then to increase the intensity, you might want to march a little bit wider, and then back to center again, to center. Another pattern is called a 1, 2, 3 and tap. So you might go 1, 2, 3 and tap, 1, 2, 3 and tap. The nice thing about the 1, 2, 3 and tap is that you can move it laterally to a tap, and also you can move it forward. 1, 2, 3 tap, and 1, 2, 3 tap. You can make it more challenging by lifting the leg, pull the abdominal wall in, and then you can add a variety of different arm patterns with it. You can even add inner thigh patterns here, a knee lift here, tap the knee, and then to go back, and then to march in place, and to march. Okay, some strength patterns. I love to use resistance tubing. Resistance tubing is inexpensive, it's very portable. I'm just going to place the tubing underneath both legs, and then I can do a bicep curl, and then to add a squat pattern, hips go down and up. So here I'm working large muscle groups of my lower body and integrating with upper body, bicep curl, real simple to do. And my heart rate's coming up, but this is a nice exercise to strengthen the legs, increase heart rate, and burn calories. This is a lateral raise. Arms can come to the side, working the shoulders, and also I can take it to the front, working the front of the shoulders. Frontal raise. Overhead presses and overhead presses. Thank you.
Welcome to the show, Chris Hicklin. It's a thrill to have you here and talking to us about lots of sports. So, first of all, how do things go for this past football season?
The Redskins certainly gave the fans a lot to cheer about.
Ooh. Okay, so what were cheering about?
Actually, after starting out with the record of 3-6, the Redskins really turned it around.
Ooh.
RG3 put on a performance that was truly outstanding.
They did.
The Redskins won the last 7 games, made it to the playoffs.
Uh-huh.
They fell short due to injuries, but the fans still had a lot to be proud of.
Oh, Well, I'm a big football fan and wish we could have football all the time. So you think we have a good team for this upcoming season?
Absolutely.
Ooh, you sound like a die-hard Redskin fan.
Well,
Are you?
I truly am.
Oh my goodness. All right, so if you can't watch football now, what are we going to be watching now? What about baseball?
Well, the fans had better get ready for their attitude
Ooh,
again this year.
natitude! Okay,
Absolutely.
so what's the natitude?
Well, last year, the Washington Nationals really got the fans involved.
Okay,
So people got on board,
okay.
and they had an attitude.
They had an attitude.
Exactly.
So what's an attitude? Is it the way you walk or talk or how, what's that?
I would say it's one level higher than attitude.
Ooh. One level higher, okay.
Yes.
So that means to say that they're going to be a really winning team. Well, you know, then that really means to say that we're in a winning region. So what kinds of things should I be looking for as a Washington Nationals fan?
Well, word on the street is that they have the team that should go all the way to the World Series and win the World Series.
Ooh.
Well, I can agree to a certain extent. I would say on paper, they have the talent to win it all. But I felt that if Strasburg had not been shut down early in the season, they would have at least advanced to the next level. They would have beaten the St. Louis Cardinals during the playoffs. However, there are a lot of people that don't agree with me. They said the pitching really didn't lose it. They said the defense did it. And everyone says that since Strasburg didn't play toward the end of the season, that everything is perfect for this season. So I'm going along with that.
Sounds good to me. I guess we've heard it first. We have to watch the Nationals. We're going to the World Series. You heard it first from Chris Hicklin. Thanks for being on the show.
You're welcome.
Thank you for coming on the show, Carol Savage, representing the Old Dominion chapter of Links Incorporated. Welcome.
Thank you.
Carol, tell me a little bit about Old Dominion chapter of Links Incorporated.
Well, the Old Dominion chapter of the Links Incorporated is one of 276 chapters of the Links Incorporation, which is an international nonprofit corporation with a membership of about 12,000 women of color in 41 states, including the District of Columbia and Bahamas. And Old Dominion is one of those chapters, and we have a little under 50 members, and we support the Prince William service area.
Wow. Now you said service area. What's the mission of the organization?
Well, the mission of the organization is to enrich and sustain the cultural and economic survival of African American community and other communities of color that may be at risk.
Wow, that's very important. So when you say support, what type of services do you offer?
Well, there are health services, there are mentor services for young adults in middle school and high school. There are educational services on various cultural and health types of issues.
Wonderful, wonderful. And an example, now are your programs, what part of Virginia is this mainly conducted?
Mainly in the Prince William County.
Prince William County, Virginia. Excellent, excellent. And so if I'm a resident of Prince William County, what would be some of the activities that I would be able to take advantage of?
Well, we do Toys for Tots for children in the Prince William area. We do mentee programs for children in various middle schools in the Prince William County area. And there are also health summits and health educational opportunities for other community leaders who may be interested in topics that are shared and that they can also share with communities that they may be serving in the Prince William area.
Sounds like you will do some awesome things in the Prince William County. And I hear that you have something else going on pretty soon.
Yes, we do. On May 11th, we'll be hosting a health summit at George Mason University. And we're looking forward to that. It's a great opportunity to share on some specific educational health topics.
Really?
Yes.
Now, is this the first time you've done a health summit?
No, it is not. We hosted a health summit at George Mason 2 years ago, a very successful event. And we've also done a little bit of a different format in a health fair, which we partnered with the Hicklin High School in Prince William County.
And so it's at George Mason University?
Yes.
What time?
It will be from 9 o'clock a.m. till 1 o'clock.
Wonderful,
Yes.
wonderful.
Yes.
And what are the topics?
The topics this year will be focusing on obesity, as well as autoimmune deficiencies, with a particular emphasis on lupus, and mental health issues. Particular emphasis will be on bipolar and depression.
Oh, that's wonderful. You know, I have to commend you and your organization for doing the things that really the community, needs to be informed about. So the format, if I sign up for this, for the health summit, what's the format? What will my day
format
look
will
like?
be, we will have a panel for each main topic, and we will have a moderator, Dr. Denise Bruner, who's well known nationally. She's been on Dr. Oz and Oprah, and so we're very excited to have Dr. Bruner, who will be our moderator. She is a physician herself, focusing in, I think her emphasis is in the weight management area. So she will be the moderator, and she will moderate each panel specifically on obesity, autoimmune with a focus on lupus, and mental health with bipolar and depression.
You know, this is exciting because now here it is, you get a chance to go right to George Mason University, take advantage of it, and listening to wonderful people who are bringing. So it sounds like you have a panel for each one of the topics?
Yes, we do.
Wow.
Yes.
And are you going to have any vendors there?
Yes, we will have vendors there from the Lupus Foundation, from the Mental Health Foundation, from the Diabetes Foundation. So a lot of good information that people can pick up as they saunter through, for whether or not it's for the continental breakfast and reception, or whether or not they take a break in between. They will have opportunity to visit some of the health vendors that will be there with us.
Well, that's pretty amazing. Now I know, Carol, you're going to tell me what's the cost, because
There
it
is
sounds
no
wonderful.
cost, and continental breakfast and lunch will be provided
Wow.
for free. Yes,
By the Old Dominion chapter?
by the Old Dominion chapter. Yes.
Okay, so now how do I get an invitation?
You can get an invitation by going on Ingrid's World website and look under upcoming events, and that's where you can register and get an invitation there.
Get an invitation there. And I guess, I think one of the main reasons why I wanted to feature your organization is that you're doing things for the community and getting the word out about the good things that we need to know. So, and I love the fact that why did you call it a health summit for leadership? Why is that?
Because we were looking at the most effective way to reach the masses, and we thought that if we reached out to other community leaders who have various community segments that they support on a regular basis, that we would have an opportunity to reach a larger population within the Prince William area than just the network that we have. So we were extending the network to reach a larger population through working with other community leaders.
Wonderful. So now here's the thing. So mean to say that, let's say if you're a Rotarian out there, this sounds like the place I need
Absolutely,
to be.
yes.
If I'm a member of the Lions Club, this is the place
to
I
be.
need to be.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
Yes.
all the various organizations from Jack and Jill and Mothers Clubs,
Yes,
and
yes.
this sounds like, and I love the fact that you are also going to have vendors out there.
Yes.
And it's local.
And it's local, yes.
Yeah,
and it's
that's-
free.
And it's, you know what? That's the bottom line,
Yes,
isn't it?
yes.
Well, Carol, any other special events that you all doing? I know that you must do a fun. Do you do a golf
Yes, we
tournament
have
or
a golf
something?
tournament coming up in August.
Ah.
And again, another exciting event where there's an opportunity to play golf and also help the organization support scholarships for our young leaders who are out there on their way to college and whatnot. So,
Wow.
yes.
Well, I have to say congratulations to the Old Dominion chapter of Links Incorporated. You all are doing a fine job. it just makes you feel so happy that you're doing this, and this is an organization of women who really, are doing beyond, a lot of different things.
Yes,
Just
yes.
beyond what would be expected. So it's not just social, it's like what they can do for the community.
Absolutely. I mean, the community is really the heart of the organization.
The heart of the organization. Well, Carol, thank you so much for being here, and thanks again.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.